All right. There's Independence Day, there's Christmas Day, there's New Year Day, and there's also Father Day. And well, there's one person who has made that particular day something that we celebrate right here in Lagos. That's talking about none other than Ofada boy. It is great to have you, Ofada boy. You're welcome. You know, I was, just before we even talk about all of that, yeah, I was reading your profile sometime and all of that, and people don't understand how much of this is an ancestral thing for you. Tell us about that. How much so that you are so connected to that? It's more than just a business for you. It's more or less like keeping the family heritage and all of that.
It's a region where some people are from, and that's where I'm from. That's where my great-grandfather's from, and my great-grandfather was the first farmer of Ofada rice. So it's not just a passing conversation. I am Ofada boy by heritage, and and that is why I'm solidly on the fact that the story and the narrative of the Ofada rice has to change. And it's one of the best things that has ever happened to Nigeria. It's one of our biggest exports. We've not exploited that enough, and that is why I'm here to make all those things happen.
Wonderful. You see, so it's something that your grandfather up to what generation? Which generation?
Okay, my third generation.
Third generation.
Yes, please.
That's wonderful. So you are carrying the family legacy and all of that. What does it mean to you?
It's more than just owning it. It's deeper than it looks and sounds, basically. A lot of people can't pinpoint what their 3 generations to the back, what they were about.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to God that I was able to trace that and make it happen. And who am I? It's a collective thing, and I'm happy that the nation, the Southwesterners, Nigeria as a whole is embracing the fact that Ofada rice is here to stay.
All right, so let's talk about the Ofada Day.
Okay.
And all of that. How did it start? What is the idea behind putting together Ofada Day?
Okay, so
Rice Day.
I've owned Ofada Boy we started Ofada Boy as a business 14 years ago, and it was just a big coincidence because it was my dad's funeral. And my dad is from Ofada. My dad loves Ofada rice, Okay. So, on his funeral, I didn't see it as a business. I just said, okay, let's honor this man. Let's make some rice. Let's do some things for him. And, after the event, a couple of people started saying, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this. And, I then just graduated. So I'm like, we can try this again while I'm still looking for the official 9-to-5 work. And,
wow.
And that's how we started.
That's how it started.
And 14 years ago. And what birthed the Ofada Festival is the fact there was a time I traveled out of the country and I went to their local market, and I was looking for Ofada. I was just trying, the inquisitive me, I was just trying to ask questions. So I saw, I think it was a Pakistani woman, and I asked her, she was the one that in charge of the different types of rice. I asked her do you have Ofada rice? I said, yes. She showed me some sort of rice. I said, no, that's not Ofada rice. I said, it's Indian rice, but everybody buy it Ofada rice. I'm like, no, I know Ofada rice. That's what I do. He said, no, this is Ofada rice. People buy. I'm like, oh. So it has gotten to this point.
If you don't tell your own story, somebody else
will tweak it and they'll tell it for us. They'll package it, bring it back to us, and we'll buy it at premium. So, I just said, no, we need to start making a noise. There has to be an hashtag for this rice. There has to be a day dedicated to this rice, and we've not looked back since then.
So this year, what are we to expect from this year's edition of Ofada Day?
Okay, this year is we've themed it. The theme is all about what you should expect. Basically, it's themed Ofadabration. It's a celebration of Ofada rice, and that's the theme for this year. And one of the things that we're partnering with a couple of embassies because if we have to take our food to the world, they also need to be present. We need to have some sort of culture exchange. So they will be there, to also talk about what and how much they are willing to partner with us, because culture is not just what we wear. It cuts deep into the food, it cuts deep into other parts. So we have that. We also, we're taking a step further to also appreciate foodpreneurs all around the world. Do you understand? You know, we know how big of a deal Enish restaurant is in the UK and how much they've been able to promote our food. You know, so we're putting Enish on the map. We're thanking them for doing what they do. You know, we have another restaurant in America. We have one in Canada, and coincidentally, we have one in Australia. That we're yes, you know, they all, you know, we're all reaching out to them and to thank them. You know, we're also partners with the professional food handlers, and those are caterers. You know, if not for caterers, the Ofada rice won't be on the menu in parties.
Wonderful.
You know, they are the ones that promote the conversation.
Yes. All right. So is this open to the public? When is it happening? What are the details of the event?
Okay, the event is on the 3rd of December. It's happening at Muriel Kuala Park in Victoria Island. You know, it starts at 11. You know, it starts at 11 till like 8, 9 in the evening. You know, we have different, if you miss a minute, you've missed it. There's something happening at every minute of the day. And, you know, we have drummers, we have dancers, we have guest artists, international guest artists. You know, it's a fun field event.
Yes, now, is it free to everyone to enter?
It's free, but you need to register so that, you know, we're very keen on the number of guests we're expecting. We want to be able to predict so that we can take adequate care of everybody there. So it's a strictly, you need to register.
Where can
you know, it's on the Ofada Boy page. You can go to www.ofadaboy.ng. You get the registration portal there. Just register. You know, we just want to be able to say that Yinka was there, Femi was there. You know, it's not just a random event that you just come into.
Okay. Now, you made mention about cross-cultural exchange and all of that. Some people, one of the challenges people say they have is with preparation of Ofada. If we are going to have foreigners get to do it, we'll probably have to teach them and all of that. Are there skills that one can learn? Because you see, it's a lot of people have said, I've never prepared it before, by the way, I love eating it and all that. A lot of people have spoken about the challenges of preparing and all of that.
Okay, so we're getting past that stage. You know, our father used to smell, our father used to have stones, but we're gradually getting past, you know, it's just some lackadaisical attitude on the farmer's side. You know, but, you know, we're getting past that, you know. And you see this Ofada, you think it smells, it's a foreign, it's an international delicacy somewhere in the world. You know, they also have their own stuffs that we embrace and bring on board. So, you know, it doesn't smell, it's just the aroma. It's just the distinctive feature.
That makes it stand out.
Yes.
We'll still be having you, of course. It's just coming up very soon, but I know that you'll still be around and we'll get to enjoy delicacies that you have. I'm looking forward to the 3rd of December.
Yes,
Day.
there's
a father in the kitchen. We're heading to the kitchen now. Okay, let's head over.